And speaking of impact, the fourth success story I'd like to share with you, what Microsoft did and how they were able to prove their training impact by implementing these inbox simulations in a pre-test, post-test format alongside one of those leadership accelerator programs. And of course, Microsoft, a company that needs no introduction, they know firsthand the benefits of experiential learning, but they did have a very specific challenge for us. They wanted to empirically measure skill development at the beginning and the end of a brand new Journey to Principal training community that was comprised of some of their most highest ranking engineers, the top 1% to be exact. And they wanted to see if they were ready to take the next step in their career to be people managers. But there was one little bit of a curveball they threw at us here. They wanted to conduct this training entirely virtually, and the participants were scattered across 14 different countries and on 3 different continents. But the nice thing with working with us is that with this leadership accelerator and our inbox sims, it was as easy as a 1, 2, 3 step process. As they were able to utilize some of our ready-to-use solutions of inbox sims that looked at general business management competencies and people management competencies, and it allowed them to assess a multitude of core leadership skills on everything like their organization capabilities, problem solving, and of course, leading. And the way it worked is the first simulation, or the pre-test, was completed individually right at the beginning of their training community to kind of benchmark their skills against our global data set. And then they engaged in this multi-month virtual leadership accelerator where we were building up their strategic acumen. And then at the end of the program, we had the participants go through another inbox simulation that measured the same skills as the pre-test, but this time from a supervisory perspective. And in each case, they were again provided with some individualized and instantaneous feedback. But what exactly did that look like? Well, here's just a quick sample of the report and some of the primary areas of feedback we provide. So we look at overall performance by percentile. How do their skills stack up against tens of thousands of others that have gone through these simulations? But at the same time, provide a developmental index. How effective did they respond to these scenarios? And how consistent were they throughout the simulation? And then by simply having them do a quick self-reported, self-assessment to rate their skill proficiencies against their peers, we're able to compare those perceived skill levels with the percentile data of the simulation to give them a self-awareness level gauge, to see if they're over or underestimating their abilities, and most importantly, to visualize the skills gaps so we can highlight individual key strengths and weaknesses. That way they can improve on those areas in the future. So, with this pre and post test application, Microsoft was able to get empirical, longitudinal developmental data on their participants over the course of the program, all the way up to the group level. And for even a company like Microsoft, this was entirely new to them. But I'll let our program lead and team manager, Jim Chismar, say it best in that it was really the ultimate validation of their training efforts to be able to say, here's where we were and here's where we are now. And he goes on to say that most training at Microsoft is technical, where it's easy to see the change, but with Capsum Inbox, you can see the results even if they're not technical and right in your face. So to put a close on Microsoft here, we were able to quantify learner development over the course of this program, and we're going to be able to track these individuals' development well on and into the future as they go through Inbox again. And I'm actually very happy to say that many of the participants in this program were indeed selected to make that step up to a people manager to continue their career. And it was simply done by pinpointing their proficiencies at the start and then later on a post-test. And Microsoft's going to be able to use that data we provided to continually iterate on the program to make it even better going on into the future. And again, we're happy to share the exact experiences that Microsoft went through with you as well if you want to see them firsthand.